What's up, disc golfers? Disc Golf Chris here.
What's up, Rodney?
So this is our first transition into a new setup for what used to be the podcast. I think we're going to try to go into more videos and YouTube. We're still going to do Just Throw. We're certainly not going to let the Just Throw podcast die or what used to be the Zen Disc Golf podcast. We're going to keep it going, but for a few reasons, I think we need to modify the format and focus on YouTube, assuming that you, the listeners, are okay with that.
Give us some feedback, right?
Yeah.
This is our first effort.
So we're gonna try recording this and putting it on YouTube and seeing if people like it. A few reasons. One of the reasons is I switched jobs and I'm now working at Rodney's place of employment, which is also now my place of employment. So I was only at my last place for about a year, and with the job transitions, it means that we have to do things differently with disc golf and the podcast. So I think this will allow us to record over lunchtime and perhaps get a few more episodes out.
More often, more content. That's right.
Yes, more content.
So we were having trouble connecting at my house, so this gives us a chance. We're already at work, and there's nothing to do at lunchtime anyway.
And we thought maybe you'd like to have some video. I don't know, maybe we're not attractive enough to be on video. Just please let us know. We'll crop our faces out.
I see. Speaking of that, you're doing the No Shave November as well. That's pretty cool.
That's funny because I don't grow a beard.
Right. Mine's awful because my wife makes me trim it, so this doesn't even really count. She doesn't like the big old, nasty gnarly thing. That's what I wanted to grow. But.
And I know what you're thinking. No, we actually did not intentionally both wear matching red shirts. It's a coincidence.
It happened. Whatever.
I grabbed the first shirt in my closet. It happened to be organized by color, and this was red.
Right. Reggie bib.
I is no longer color.
What?
They removed I from the spectrum. It's RGBV, right? I think they.
I didn't know this.
We better look it up. Somebody go Google it now.
I'm really sad.
Other reason that we want to switch is because keeping up a podcast not only is it's resource intensive as far as the editing. It takes a long time to get set up and get the equipment. Equipment's expensive. We've invested a little bit. Rodney had a lot of the equipment already, right. But even trying to keep the equipment up is difficult.
Maintaining the equipment.
And then the cost of the podcast itself. YouTube is free, so hopefully we can reach a lot of people out on YouTube. But hosting a podcast, there's a few free services, but in general, you usually need to pay somewhere to host your audio files so that they can be accessed by iTunes. So that being said, we're hoping YouTube works. We know there's going to be some trade-offs, like people won't be able to get the audio feed.
The podcatcher, the feeds.
Podcatcher.
You won't be able to get the YouTube stuff there.
Hopefully you get notifications from YouTube.
You won't be able to listen to us at 27x either.
Yeah.
Sounding like little chipmunks.
So if those are problems for you, please let us know. We might reconsider, but for now, hopefully this works.
Let us know. Yeah. So speaking of disc golf, I feel like we lost fall here in Michigan. We went from summer, which in Michigan ranges from 90 degrees to 60 degrees.
Yeah, sometimes even less than that.
Sometimes less than that, right. We lost we had summer. We lost fall because I felt like it just got cold.
It did. We actually had a pretty long-lasting summer. It lasted up until the end of November, or end of September.
Yeah. And
then it suddenly got cold. It wasn't the slow progression.
Gradual. It just hurt. So usually we can grow into that and you can adapt. But we did get to do our Halloween bag challenge. So if you're not familiar, we like to throw a Halloween bag together. And what were the rules this year? I think we always bend the rules a little bit.
The main rules are that we have to have a disc with a name that's related to something Halloween.
A name, a stamp.
Or at least a stamp.
And then our friend Kevin played along with us, and he went with Halloween colors, and his bag looked pretty sweet.
Yep.
Or his cart.
So sometimes we bend the rules a little bit because in the past we haven't had enough mid-ranges that were Halloween related.
Right.
But I think we had enough discs where pretty much it worked out, and then Kevin went all Halloween colors.
He had orange and white in that.
And I think he had 2 green.
Yeah. It was pretty sweet. So what did you learn during the Halloween round?
So this year I went all Discraft for my Halloween round. I went with Roach. Might have been a little stretch, but
That's
it's,
a stretch. But the rest of the Discraft line, you can find some good Halloween looking
yeah,
stuff.
I had a zombie. What else did I have?
Machete.
Yep, I had the machete. I had the Punisher. I did not throw a crank. Crank, I think we decided that was legal because it had a Sasquatch on it, and that was part of the Discraft Halloween last year.
Right.
Undertaker, of course.
Yeah,
that was my main driver. I think I might have had one or two others.
Yeah, there was, I don't remember.
Predator. I had a Predator.
Predator, that's right.
But I don't think I even used that one more than once or twice.
Yeah.
The Undertaker was my main one. So what I learned was when I went to Discraft, my limited bag, I think I might have had 8 to 10 discs, and it was all Discraft. I threw one of my best rounds ever on short to long. So, I mean, in the past we've learned that it's beneficial to be able to switch discs, pick up a disc and be able to learn it quickly. This year I realized that I think I'm going to try going all Discraft, and I now have all Discraft in my bag. So I'm going to see if that was an anomaly. Except for putter. The one disc that's not Discraft is Castoplast Rico. I couldn't get rid of that.
We haven't tried the Challenger OS or SS yet.
Correct,
so
we've not.
There's a chance there. We'll see.
Yeah. If Discraft doesn't send us one, I'll probably go ahead and order Challenger OS at least. I'm really excited to try that one.
Yeah, I think the Roach you putt pretty well with.
Yep.
And I think you could learn it if you had to.
Yeah.
But the plastic that Castoplast has is just amazing. So it's worth carrying that.
Yeah.
You did play pretty well that day.
I did. I threw very well. I was very consistent. There were only a couple of drives that were off a little bit, and one of them was actually the Predator. The Predator is a great disc, but I don't throw it often, and I ended up, I think I threw it into the wind in a way that it didn't like, and I ended up off to the left. Surprise, Predator, hooked, faded hard.
Yes.
It wasn't a terrible throw. It just put me in a not optimal position.
It was windy that day.
It was very windy.
It was windy. It was also 30 degrees out, so
it was cold.
To throw one of your best rounds of the year.
What did you learn?
I learned that when it's 30 degrees and windy, a sweatshirt is not enough layering, so you need more clothes on. I was cold. I didn't play terrible, but I didn't play my best round of the year. My bag was arguably cooler, though.
Your bag was
I went with the stamps that were...
The Ghost. If you haven't seen our video, maybe we'll try to link to the video in our show notes. We showed Rodney's Ghost.
Legacy Ghost.
Legacy Ghost with the bottom Ghost stamp.
That's pretty sweet.
And the Ghost stamp was like a white stamp on a white disc, so it was awesome.
Through the Banshee, the Axioms, what is that? The Maniac, a couple other really cool looking discs in there. The MD2, which has a Fiend on it, that ended up being a great disc for me. And it actually might have led me to rethink some of my bag a little bit. Oddly enough, the MD2 not being part of that. But I'm thinking about bringing the Buzz back.
It surprised me that Rodney never moved away from the Buzz because he used to throw the Buzz lineup, the regular Buzz,
the SS and the OS.
Big Z Buzz for your overstable. And so Buzz OS was a little bit short and overstable for you, right?
It goes a little shorter than the SS. Recently, I picked up a Comet. Really enjoying the touch shots that you can throw with that. I recommend anybody trying that.
We both added a Comet to the bag. I ended up, somebody gave me a Glow Comet, and I added that to my bag, and it's been phenomenal.
Right.
So I got
really consistent. Once you learn it, if you step up and you just try to crank on the thing, it's going to turn over, and you think, "Oh, this is an awful disc." Well, no, it's not an awful disc. It was you.
It's a touch disc. You got to be able to throw it with some finesse.
It works really well if you give it some time, figure out the touch. When you back down, it still goes pretty straight for me. So I really like that, and it feels similar to the Buzz.
And for me, I use it for my long distance putting. It's mid range, but I've been throwing the Tui for a while, and Tui's an excellent disc. But
from RPM,
yes, Tui from RPM, absolutely excellent disc. I ended up going with the Comet though because there's a number of holes that are near water. And I was terrified to lose the Tui. I wanted something that was more easily replaceable, and it was difficult to make the switch away from the Tui to the Comet because I loved the Tui, but the Comet turns out to be just as consistent. And
I'd say it's just as consistent, and it seems like you are learning it faster, so that's good. But I buzz fits really well with the Comet, and
Yep.
I'm also looking at picking up a Wasp, which feels real similar to a buzz. So I might have a Discraft mid-range. But what that will do for me is from throwing the Rock 3, which goes a little further, I found that that's really a one-trick disc for me. And really leading into this, the thing that killed it is I had a DX Rock 3, and I've been seasoning this for a while. You heard us talk about I lost it in a drain. And
I forgot
we
about that
looked
one.
forever. And I mean, this thing's been seasoning nicely, and it finally started turning over at exactly the wrong time. It turned over enough to hit a tree, and it went about 80 feet into Grand River.
So Grand River, as you might guess, is pretty grand. It was
It
where-
eats discs.
where you threw it in. It was probably 150 feet
Yeah.
across,
Yeah, so
and the hole ran right along the side. And you threw a nice high hyzer coming in,
it was a good
and
shot,
just as it
actually.
was starting to fade, it caught the tree and just jutted right out.
Ripped straight out. So I lost the disc I was seasoning. And what I realized is we don't play enough to season a disc. It took me well over a season to season this stupid base plastic disc. So I want something out of the box that does what I need. And the pros, they play often enough where they can season those in and out.
Mhm.
And I, once a week, I get out, and I don't. That's not enough time to season it. So the Comet out of the box turns a little right. The Buzz out of the box goes straight, and that's good. The Rock 3 out of the box is actually, I was using it. The brand new one I use is more of a fairway type driver. Goes about 310 for me, but it's very consistent. But now I might replace that with something else. We'll see. It opens up a whole new set of discs that I can put in there.
Yep. So speaking of only getting out once a week, we have recently obtained a disc golf course.
Yes.
Per se.
So, yeah, that's pretty sweet. It's been in the works for a while here on site at our work. And, of course, today we opted to record during lunch instead of play.
Yep.
But we should be able to get out more now. We have
a 9-hole course on our campus now. It's actually a pretty decent 9-hole course. There's short and long tees.
I would say it's more than pretty decent. We've got
It's
3 wooded
challenging.
holes. There's 3 that are near water, and then there's 3 in the open. One of the
wide
open
open
holes
field.
from a long tee to the basket is 1,000 foot.
And then the basket's up on elevated on a hill that's probably about a 5-foot high hill plus the basket going up. So it's
And there's water behind
it's
it,
challenging.
so
Yes. So you can't overshoot that because then you'll lose the disc.
Right. So the good news is that means we can get out more. It takes
Yes.
if you're playing with a group of 4, about an hour to play. If you're playing alone and walking, it takes maybe 40 minutes to play. If you do what you do and exercise and run between shots, you can probably get through it twice in 40 minutes.
Yep. So you might have seen some of my articles or heard us talk about in the past. I'll do speed disc golf, or I throw and sprint to get to my disc, so I can get my workout and disc golf in at the same time. And that also not only does that help season a disc, but it helps with your fatigue.
Right.
So if I'm fatigued, I notice the signs and I can make sure I work through the fatigue properly rather than letting my form get bad. And now we've got 9 holes plus 2 practice holes plus 1 practice basket. And if I play the practice basket as a 12th hole, it takes me 16 and a half minutes to get through
That's pretty good. 'Cause
all 12.
There's some decent space between a couple of those holes.
Yep.
But I think that's great. We also have a soccer field on site, so we have plenty of area to test some discs now.
So the good news is this should mean that you're going to get more putter reviews coming up. We should have the time.
Yeah. Definitely.
And more pictures. There's just going to be some awesome pictures
Yeah.
out here because there's a lot of wildlife, a lot of woods and plant life out here.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So we're really excited. But the course officially opened last week. So
Officially open, but we'll take
Chris
some
and I-
notes over the next month or so.
we've played it several times without baskets, and now we've played it a few times with the baskets. Unfortunately, it's a private course on a private property, so we can't tell you about it much more than it's awesome, and it's really cool that we work at a place that let us put a disc golf course in.
Yeah.
So that's fun. This is the week of Thanksgiving.
This is the week of Thanksgiving, which means we're probably not going to make out the course much, but we might get some putting in. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to be running the course at lunch next tomorrow.
I'll be doing that actually, hopefully today after work, and then we kind of have a Friday after work little tournament schedule that we're going to try to make a yearly thing, which will be great. The day after Thanksgiving, come in for your half day of work and you're bloated, eat some leftover turkey and stuffing, and then go out and throw discs. Sounds like a great day. So, yeah, with that, but you're not going to play Friday because it's
I'm not.
Black Friday shopping.
Black Friday, I'll be out shopping. I'll be pushing the cart for my wife and your mother.
Right.
I'll be holding their place in line, and they can come load up the cart.
Right. You're their bodyguard duty and line duty.
Yep.
You're the duty man.
The duty man.
Awesome. But I think we're going to do a little Black Friday. So we have several. I don't know.
We probably have. I think we have about 15 judges left.
Okay, 15 judges. Do we have any slammers?
We do have some slammers left. I think we probably have 7 slammers left.
Maybe 7, and I think there. Do we have any truths? EMac Truths.
Might have 2.
Might have 2.
Maybe have 3. They're all.
Right.
We have the orange ones with the green stamp.
Those are awesome. So,
yeah.
Black Friday sale. We're going to be throwing that out there.
The judges will be. So everything's going to be free shipping.
Free shipping. And yeah, I had to take
judges. I think are going to be. We're putting those at 14 and slammers at 16.
Yep.
These are the fundraiser discs that will help us keep the website up. As we mentioned, the podcasting is going to start costing some more money. So hopefully, the fundraising money that we get from the discs will go right to the website.
We have to maintain that, and then also be able to do some more giveaways and buy some more discs for that too.
Yes.
So. Anyway, Black Friday sale.
So if you want something, contact form. Just submit a contact form, dgputtheads.com/contact.
Something like
us.
that. Something like
it's
that.
on the website, you'll see it.
Go on the website. Yeah, I had to take the store down. We built a decent store, but we had some infiltrators touching our website. So since that directly...
I think it was Big Daddy and Disc Golf Podcast.
Probably,
I think they were hacking into our store to take us down.
Probably, yeah.
Because they knew we were going to get an ace first.
Right, which we did, but it didn't count because it was mine.
Rodney got an ace. I did not. So actually the winner of the ace contest will be announced soon because there were no aces. I think most of you actually called that. No aces by myself, Dave, or Joe. So we're going to give out our the Nuke SS, that pink Nuke SS. That'll be announced
There might
soon.
be something bonus in the package. I don't know. We'll see what we come up with.
Yeah, we'll find something.
And then,
turkey. We'll put some leftover turkey in for you.
The wishbone. So contact us if you want to obtain a putter or one of those limited run EMac Truths. Lucid. Those are Lucid. The slammers are the Firm Classic, which I think is a great plastic for that. It breaks in a little and it's a very consistent disc. Really excited about that. But also, if we can get that inventory down, we'll start next season by ordering something else, and maybe we'll ask you what brands or discs
we're going to get a mix of Innova Dragons and then a bunch of Lightning.
Yes, yeah, that's a great idea. I'm sure those will sell really fast. Yeah, we could also 3D print our own discs.
I would love one. So if anyone wants to donate a 3D printer to the Buttheads, and actually, to be fair, I've never tested the Lightning disc other than MX1, which is actually a decent disc. But I did just order a rubber putter from Lightning, so we'll actually have our first Lightning review out there because we haven't had any yet. And as much as I joke about Lightning being bad, I don't think they're actually bad. It's just stereotyping. Dragons, on the other hand, I don't like dragons.
As much water is out here. I might go with the dragon. The dragon floats.
Yep.
And maybe there's something there.
I have a Wahoo, and a lot of people hate on Wahoo, but I
think that's not a bad disc. It's not a bad disc.
No, it turns a little more than I'd like, but I actually didn't mind the Wahoo.
Drop the angle down.
Drop the angle, throw it a little bit lighter, and that's all right. I might actually have to bring that. I've got an R Pro Wahoo.
Yeah.
I'll have to bring that out.
I had one of those. Do you have mine?
No, I ordered one.
Oh.
I think we lost yours, didn't we? At,
I don't know.
I don't even remember.
I don't know. I've lost so many discs this year.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, that's fun. So
contact us if you're interested in one of our fundraiser discs, Black Friday sale, 14 for Judge, 16 for Slammer, and
16
the EMac Truths. I think those.
Let's do 16.
16 for an
For
EMac Truth.
There's only a couple left, so if you want one, get in now.
Okay.
And free shipping. And then
Free shipping and a virtual high five from us. From me, I guess. Rather
from
than
me, I'm not going to do that. Nope.
Not
How about this? If we sell all of those this week, one random delivery will get another bonus disc. I'll throw in another disc. I don't know what it'll be, but I have a few.
Yeah. So it's about 15 judge orders, something like that.
Yeah.
If we can unload all of those, we'll send an extra one.
We'll ship an extra one out to one person that made that happen.
Yeah.
Cool. I'd like to do some shirts or something too. I have
We'll do that
I have that disc golf podcast shirt. It's really cool.
That's right. Maybe we should do a shirt order next.
Yeah. How about you tell us what you think?
That's
You want-
great.
You
So
want shirts, discs, shoes, underwear?
jock straps.
You still wear that?
Man, I use one for hockey.
Oh, okay. What else could we order? Earrings?
We do minis. I mean,
Minis?
it's not really exciting because everyone has 50 million minis.
Yeah, what do you do with more minis?
Especially if there's a chance that minis might not be
We
around.
can do macros though.
Macros.
Like the throwable EMac Truth, or maybe we could get a Buzz. Something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You tell us. Let us know.
You tell us what you want.
Yeah.
We need your feedback.
Tell us what you'd be willing to order to help support.
So we need your feedback on both what we should order next and what you think of this transition over to YouTube. If you have suggestions, I know the audio quality is going to be a little bit different. We're actually recording this from my mobile device right now, Samsung Galaxy S7. Hopefully the audio is okay. We do have plans on. So actually, the reason we're doing that is because my computer crapped out with the Windows 10 update. Hopefully that'll be fixed soon, and then we'll actually get a speaker out here so we can have better audio, better video. But
Yeah.
this will be a good test.
Work in progress. It's a test, so let us know what you think.
So anyway, thanks for joining us. Don't worry, the Just Throw podcast, show, whatever it is, will live on in some one manner or another. We just need to figure out how. So thanks for joining us, and don't forget,
Just throw.